Hey guys, welcome to the next video in the series. In this one I'm going to be going over two mini games, Mountain Adventure and KhanQuest. And then at the end of the video I'm going to talk about what my future plans are for creating content on this channel. So diving right into Mountain Adventure. First of all, what you want to do is spin the wheel a couple times to get some points to get you started. So we're gathering a few points. And now we can use some of them. We have to start with the resource collection buildings. Then we spin a little more. We want to get our buildings a little more upgraded before we spin 10 times in case we get combat. Not there quite yet. Okay, so now we can make a combat building. We generally want the victory flag because it increases damage against the building. That's what we want the most. The other ones are good too, but this one's usually the best. It increases the chance that you'll kill the building when you attack, and killing the building gives extra rewards. So that's the one I prefer to get. Alright, now that we've unlocked the chance to attack enemies, we can spin 10 times. That was unlucky. Well, not too unlucky actually. 2.5 isn't bad. Now we want to get these to level 10 whenever we can. That unlocks the extra bonus. Since this is still early in the event, getting the resource production upgraded early is a good idea. So we get that to level 10. We'll get some defense going. Trap's pretty good. It's good to get these to level 10 when you can. Like I said, it unlocks the extra bonus. Okay, now we unlock the ability to get extra coins. And so now we can spin some more. Okay. Make sure this is upgraded, and then we'll try a 10 times spin and hopefully we get an attack. Yes, we did, good. Now we're going to get 10 times rewards for this attack. There we go. 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times. So that worked out really well. Now we can spend all the earnings from that. Okay, we're going to want to get more of the resource collection ones because it's still early in the event. So collecting resources is the priority right now. As it gets later in the event, attack and defense become more important. But for right now, we want this. Okay, just do one more spin. Oh good, I'll get the kill bonus on this probably. Nope, my pets weren't strong enough. This is my VIP 0 alt, so my pets are really weak here. Having weak pets makes it really hard to do well in this event. So I'm not going to do so well here. I usually do the logging in 3-hour increments to line it up with my barracks, but I don't check this VIP 0 count as often, so I just do 6-hour chunks here. 6-hour chunks for logging in this one. Oh shoot, I think I forgot to buy tiger omelets in my main. Probably too late now. They're usually all gone within a few seconds. Nope, there's still some left, that's good. So my limit here is 3, whoops, not 32. There we go. Another thing I wanted to mention is it looks like they finally did set a spot where you can limit how many amulets that can be bought in the Legion. This feature had been missing for a long time, but thank goodness it's finally here. Although this is a daily limit, I think. So I'm not sure if people who want to limit it weekly are going to be able to get what they want out of this, but this is still much better than nothing. So as you're upgrading the attack buildings, it increases the stats of your pets who are attacking. The defense buildings increases the stats of your pets while defending. So even if your pets are really weak, you can still compete by spending enough points in here. It's much easier to compete if you have strong pets. And I'm getting all my resources started up at the start. This is the strategy that I use on my main account because my pets are strong enough to compete already even without upgrading these buildings. It might not be as good of a strategy on a VIP 0 account like this, but I think no matter what I do, I'm just not going to be that competitive on the VIP 0 account because my pets are so bad, so I might as well at least get the passive income from harvesting. Alright, and so I'm doing a lot better in the Mountain Adventure game on the VIP 6 account because, like I said, my pets are a lot stronger. As you can see, my camp is already pretty well developed here. Level 10 is a good increment, level 20 is as well. The extra bonus kicks in at level 20. So now I'm getting 20% from there. I'll try to raise 2 of these, maybe all of them to level 20 before I do anything else. Yeah, this one's close to 20 as well. Let's see, I can't get any more of that. I usually try to target the weaker buildings when I'm attacking to more chance to destroy them and get the destruction reward. I don't think I'm strong enough to destroy this though. Yeah, whoever's that was, they have strong pets, so I wasn't able to destroy it. Although part of the problem is that my attack isn't very upgraded. Might be a good idea for me to get this to level 10 as well. Make my attack a little stronger. So it's kind of a balancing act. If your attacks aren't succeeding, you may want to upgrade your attack buildings more. If you're having trouble with your base getting completely destroyed, you may want to upgrade your defense more. If you're not having problems with your base getting destroyed and you're winning your attacks, then your priority should be on upgrading your income. Since none of my buildings are destroyed here and I've been winning most of my attacks, I think it's fine to continue upgrading my income. So this back line here is your income buildings. They give you percentage increase at every 10 levels, so at level 10, 20, and 30. And then there's small increments in between those big levels. And same with the defense and attack buildings. They give you a big bonus at the level 10, 20 mark, and then smaller bonuses in between those levels. So that pretty much covers Mountain Adventure. My logging should be done here soon because my barracks is almost done. Like I said, I usually try to line up the barracks and the logging so they both finish at the same time. It just makes things more convenient. Now I'll talk about KhanQuest a little bit. So KhanQuest is one of those games where the deeper into it you get and the more your teammates are spending, the more efficient it gets. The reason for that is, well, there's a couple of reasons for that. One thing has to do with your brotherhood level. As you can see, I'm level 7, 6, and 5 with the people I'm playing with. And I try to stick with the same team with as high brotherhood as possible to rack up as many points as possible. Whereas you can see the difference on this account. Whoops. I have no bonus here at all. So KhanQuest, I'm not even spending diamonds on the VIP 0 account because I don't have any extra bonuses that I'm earning, so it's not as efficient. Also, you can see in terms of what floor we managed to get to, we're still stuck on floor 9 over here, and over here we've made it all the way up to floor 18. And the higher level floor you get to, the better the rewards tend to get. You can see the tier rewards, like this gives 2, 2, 2, whereas back at the lower level it just gives 1, 1, and 1. So the rewards tend to scale up and the teamwork bonuses are better the more people you're playing with and the higher level your brotherhood is with them. So what I'm trying to get at with that long ramble is I'm just trying to say if you've got a really sucky team like I do over on this VIP 0 account, it's probably not worth buying any KhanQuest stamina with diamonds. Whereas if you've got a pretty good team like I do over here, then I would go ahead and use your diamonds on it. That's the main difference in whether or not you want to invest diamonds into the game, is how well your team is performing. It makes a lot of difference to have a team that is very active and has a high brotherhood level in games like this. It matters for Harem Idol too, although not quite to the same extent. Just want to make sure I don't miss the chests here. It also has ranking rewards, which again, you don't have any shot of getting these if your team isn't any good. My team's decent here, so I'll probably get some rewards from that. Whereas over here, team's pretty garbage. But the competition's so much weaker here that I'm still not that far behind. Then there's the tier rewards. These is not worth paying for. As a matter of fact, I'm not spending money on this game at all anymore. I've decided I'm going to completely ignore all types of spending. Even the ones that are good deals, I'm just going to ignore it. I don't want to give developers my money at this point. I'm just sick of the way they've run things. Summit ranking can only be earned early enough in the event, or if you spend a lot of money on it. Neither one of those do I recommend. It's not worth it for this. The only one I try to go for Summit on is Sweet Celebration, usually. There's a couple more things I should tell you about. You can easily collect all the leftover bags just by going here and pressing this button. It's much faster than tediously picking them all up. You'll get buffs from, what's it called? There's like a totem that gives you different buffs. One of them will double your rewards from chests, one of them will double your rewards from bandits, one of them weakens your attack, one of them strengthens your attack. You want to make sure you use the double chest reward on gold chests. You want to make sure that you kill the highest level bandit possible with a double bandit reward. Before I try to open, what are they called? Before I try to open those caskets, can't remember what they're called. Anyway, the ones that have a chance to get you stuck, I don't open those unless I've used up most of my stamina, because if you get stuck in it and there's nobody to rescue you, you could end up having to wait a while. And one thing about KhanQuest is your stamina in this game regenerates a lot faster than in other games. So you have to use it up like 2 or 3 times a day, whereas for most other games you can use it like once or twice a day and you're fine. That's one thing I don't like about KhanQuest. It kind of requires you to be a little more active to not waste the stamina, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. In terms of what you should buy from the shop guy with the cloak, where is he? I don't have one on this floor. To go to an earlier floor. If you've got a double chest reward and you don't have any gold keys, then it's worth buying a gold key in order to double the gold reward. So I try to keep at least one of these on hand just in case I get that double buff. But in general, the silver keys are a better deal if you don't have the doubler. So I try to make sure I always have one gold key on hand just in case, but I buy mostly silver keys. If you end up getting really damaged, then you can just go back to one of your earlier floors where you know you've saved a lot of fountains. Like I know I saved a lot on level 2. See, so if I'm damaged, I would just, oh, somebody's drunk them already. Well, there used to be a bunch here. There's one. So you can just go back to earlier floors and grab the healths on earlier floors if you need to. You don't have to buy healing from the trader. Another thing that I guess I'll tell you guys, when I'm exploring the floors, looking for the tiles and the exits and the other stuff you want to find, I usually try to explore in a patterned fashion. And what I mean by that is I try to leave one unexplored tile for every tile I explore. The reason why I do this is because the shackled chests, they take up a 4 tile square. So even though you can't control when or where you'll find the exit tiles or any of that stuff, but you can make sure that you have the highest chance of finding a shackled chest without wasting any stamina. And that's why I explore like this. I just try to make sure there's no spot where a shackled chest could be hiding as I explore. Since it's a 4x4 tile, if there's no 4x4 tiles left, you don't have to necessarily like that. There's no way a shackled chest could hide there, so I don't have to explore that. And the reason why I do it that way is just because every tile is equally likely to contain an exit or a trap tile or whatever. But you can control the likelihood of finding a shackled chest by doing it this way. So that's one thing I do. It doesn't make a big difference, but it's just, I don't know, every little thing does add up sometimes. Another thing I could tell you guys about the trial challenges. I usually tend to save them until later, just to make sure that I don't challenge one that's too difficult. The trials get easier and easier the more floors you've explored above them. So for example, this one is going to be super easy now because we've explored way above it. You can rearrange your advisors here, by the way, but there's usually no reason to. Whereas one that's really close to where we're currently at, like this one's gonna be much harder. Well, another thing I usually do is I usually make a path to the combat altar before I do any other exploring. Because if you end up finding, just by chance, the exit before you explore all the way to the trial, you might not be able to do the trial for that floor, and that's kind of a waste. Yeah, so I can't even pass this one right now. As you can see, that's 450 and he's 436. So we need to wait till we go to the next floor before I challenge this. If we find the next floor, this one will get easier and I'll be able to close it and I'll be able to defeat it. So there's no point in attempting it now, it'd just be a waste. Assassin help. Generally, if you're trying to rank highly, you want to save for your trap finder and your exit finder. But if you're not trying to get really high ranked as a team, it can be more efficient to use up your lethal attacks on the strong bandits to get more rewards that way. So if you're trying to push high, I would say save for this. Otherwise, just use this to kill the tough bandits. In your bag, if you've got Guile, make sure you use it. This will just go to waste otherwise. The Guile is what you use for the assassin abilities. Got health in here. Torches can save you about 5 stamina because they'll uncover 25 squares for only 20 stamina. Your keys are shown here and the number of coins you have are shown here. So I've got 1 gold key, 4 silver keys, about 10k. So these are all my items. Make sure that you collect the rewards here as well. Always grab all the free stuff. And these rewards here are where you can start to unlock War Maidens. I don't recommend trying to unlock a War Maiden on a VIP 0 account. That's another reason why on a VIP 0 account I wouldn't recommend spending any diamonds on KhanQuest. That brings me to another topic too, about the value of eggs. So the value of eggs. I've used up all of my eggs except for the green eggs in this event. I'm probably not going to be able to plant all my green eggs before the event ends. That's okay. The reason why I value the green eggs the least is because you can get these for pink eggs, which are really good. You can get these for yellow eggs, which are really good. You can get these for blue eggs, which are very good. But for green eggs, the only decent thing really is the presents. And I don't really need this that badly. I guess these are okay if you're building a queen, so it's not bad. But if you have to pick one egg to not be able to use up, the green egg is probably, in my opinion, the least valuable one. I guess it's still pretty good, the green egg, but in my opinion, the least valuable one is the green egg. And that's why on both my accounts, I've left the green eggs for last and make sure I harvest all the other eggs first. Mountain Adventure. So one thing I usually do for Mountain Adventure is as soon as the event starts, I make sure that all of my pets are as fed as they can be, just to make sure they'll perform better. And I haven't quite done that so well here. I should be feeding this guy a little more. In general, I put most of my food into my weasel and my leopard. It's because their totem's the highest level. So the food that goes into pets with a very high totem level is more efficient. I guess I could also upgrade this guy's totem while I'm at it. Let's see, another thing I want to check out is if there's any way to get more stamina for the Mountain Adventure game. Sometimes it's included in here. Yes, it is included in here. So I can get extra stamina for it here. That's 1 chunk, 2 chunks, So I'll use that up soon to make sure my income is going as high as it can in the game. I just finished my barracks, so my logging should also be finished. Yep, my logging is finished. I'll start it for 3 minutes to line it up with the barracks. 3 hours, I meant, not 3 minutes. And then I'll use that stamina that I just unlocked. Let's see, I'm gonna get some more attack because I'm planning on attacking. Whoops, that was a mistake, dang it all. I'll go for the war drum. One more spin because I want to get that to level up. Get this to level 10 to get the extra bonus. Use miscellaneous on this. Okay, now let's do a 10 times spin. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Spin 10 times. Yes, that's good. That gave me 10 summon seals. That was great. So that was a lucky spin. Alright, now I want to get this up to level 20. Can't quite do it. So I'll come back in a little bit and upgrade this to 20. I'm just a little bit short. I just need to collect my resources and spin once or twice more. So I'll do that a little bit later. Oh shoot, I missed out on some diamonds. Alright, so I think I've given a decent explanation of what you kind of want to do in the Mountain Adventure and the KhanQuest game. If there's any questions you have, anything I didn't cover, you can post it in the comments. And in this next part of the video, which you can skip if you want to, I'm going to talk about the games that I'm interested in making content for in the future. So I know most of you started following me for my Game of Khans content, and I'm going to continue making videos about Game of Khans, but I've been playing it for a while now, and I'm starting to get bored of it, to be honest. I'll keep making videos for the sake of my viewers, but I'm looking to gradually spend less time on playing Game of Khans and spend less time making videos on it, and I'd like to start spending a little more time on other games instead. I'm going to give you guys an overview of the games that I'm interested in making videos for so you know what to expect going forward. If you started following me to watch my Game of Khans videos, you can keep following as I will still make some of them. But I'm going to start transitioning into other games, and I hope you'll be interested in that content too. One of the games I'm going to be making videos for is StarCraft 2. You can play it free to play if you want to try it out. It's PC only, so you can't play it on your phone. But it's a really interesting game, and I played this a lot in my teens, when I was like from 17 to my early 20s. I actually coached it in college. I was pretty close to pro level. I was like matching grandmasters on the ladder, but I've gotten a lot worse since then. I'm in my early 30s now, and I'm just not nearly as fast as I used to be. So my content is not going to be anywhere close to pro level here. I'm just going to be showing you guys strategies that I find fun. Another one I'm going to be showing you is League of Legends. I was never that good at League of Legends. It's too much of a team-based game for me, and I don't play that well with others. But I am okay. I was okay at one point. I peaked out in Diamond. I'm probably like a gold level player now, and I also enjoy playing TFT. I got to master in that once, but I finish around Platinum because I don't put in a lot of effort. So I'll be showing you some of that too. You can play TFT on your phone. You can also play Wild Rift on your phone, which is the regular League game. It's pretty similar to it, but there's some slight changes on your phone. So if you want to play it on your phone, you'd be looking for Wild Rift or Teamfight Tactics. If you're playing it on PC, which I will be, I couldn't get the phone version to work on BlueStacks, so I'm just going to stick with the PC version. And then I'm also hoping to, later this year, get into streaming Stormgate. I don't know exactly what Stormgate's going to be like yet. I'm hoping it's going to be more similar to Warcraft 3 than to StarCraft 2, but even if it's similar to StarCraft 2, I'll still enjoy it. Warcraft 3 was probably overall my favorite game of all time, just because the map editor for it was so great. Spent a ton of time making maps in that game, and I also enjoyed playing the ladder. So I'm hoping Stormgate will be similar to Warcraft 3. If not, if it ends up being more like StarCraft 2, I'm still really going to enjoy it, but I probably won't end up spending as much time in the map editor. I also heard that Riot is the same people who make League of Legends are going to be making an MMO at some point. That's more of a rumor than anything that's officially confirmed because they haven't even stated if they will release it or what the release date is. But if Riot ever does release their MMO, I'm very interested in playing that, and I may make content for that as well. So that's what you guys can expect going forward in my videos. Please continue to give me feedback in the comments and let me know what you like or don't like. I want to make my viewers happy, but I also want to make myself happy, and I'm just getting tired of playing only Game of Cans, so look forward to new types of videos coming out in the future. One last thing I want to say before I end the video: if you guys ever want to come hang out with me and ask me questions live or watch me play games live, I'm going to be streaming every day on Kick.com. It's like Twitch, but Kick allows content creators like me to keep more of their own revenue rather than giving it to a third party. So I used to stream on Twitch in the past. I'm going to be streaming on Kick.com now. I'm pirate_ducky there. If you want to follow me, that'd be great. And my stream schedule is going to be starting at 8 p.m. most days. Might be later at night on Friday because I often play volleyball on Fridays. Yeah, that's 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be streaming for like 2 hours every evening. If you want to stop in and chat, watch the games I'm playing, or ask me any questions, I'd love to have you. Please follow me and continue to support my content if you like it. Thanks, and I'll be ending the video here.